Do you know how we're supposed to start this thing?
I thought you did.
I mean, we're just a regular, ordinary, everyday family.
Just a regular, ordinary family. Nothing different.
So it's tough to tell our story. There's a lot of words that we can't use, so we're going to do our best here on YouTube. But basically, 10 years ago, our son and I were less than 3 feet away from the first that went off at the Boston Marathon. Since then, I've had 76 surgeries. I lost my left leg below the knee, but our son Noah was sitting on my feet. I was able to take everything in the back of the legs and torso, and that's what shielded and saved his life. Even though the last 10 years have certainly been challenging, I will give them that, they've been really beautiful too. We're so humbled because I now travel the world as a full-time speaker. We also created Rebekah's Angels Foundation, where we have funded over 500 families with mental health treatment. And so I hope that we are a living and breathing testament that one chapter doesn't have to be your whole story. Which brings us to the point of our YouTube channel.
So seeing Beck stuck in a bed for 7 months really changed the way that I look at things. And all I wanted to do was spend more time with my family and do things and create more memories together.
And we've always talked about doing something like this,
Yeah.
but I think it actually became kind of a reality situation when I had a speech in Canada. I met a guy who was speaking after me who is a tour guide, and he travels all over the world and talks about different animals, and I was so intrigued by his story because our daughter Ryleigh loves animals. And I got to sit down with him at lunch, and I'll never forget what he said to me, because he said, "One day I just decided this is what I wanted to do, so I did it." And I was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing.
She came home with a crazy idea of pulling the kids out of school and traveling the world, and Rebekah gets ideas a lot. I mean,
follow through.
She wanted to buy a rundown castle in Italy and fix it up.
I still want to buy a rundown castle in Italy, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Got approvals from the kids, and then they all approached me. In which
That's
case,
the way to do it.
I said, "No!
No.
This is ridiculous." Once I crunched the numbers, this is doable. We can do it.
He said yes. We changed his
Of
mind.
course I did. Who can say no to that? Next step, we had to figure out where we were going. So, come up with a little game.
Yeah, we decided we didn't want to know where we were going, which is actually kind of insane once you think about it. But I've always had these family trip jars, one for couples, one for family, and we have all of these places. And so we said, why not take some locations out of our jar and play a game with them and just see what happens?
Yeah.
So we did.
It was fun. We left it to chance, but everywhere, somewhere that we wanted to go.
We really want to show our kids that we can't live in fear of what may happen, and part of doing that is really showing them the good in the world, because we believe that there is still so much more good because we've seen it. We see it every single day and have for the last decade.
It's important for the kids to see how other people live, experience other cultures, and it really gives you an appreciation for what you have in this world.
And we want to make quality family memories. Chris and I didn't travel a whole lot as kids. We certainly caught the bug when we did travel, and we've been doing it for a while and love it, and we just kind of wanted to amp it up a little bit.
Yeah. So we decided to create a YouTube channel for our family and friends to be able to follow along with us along our journey, and maybe we'll be able to inspire other families to create these similar moments together.
We not only want to inspire people to make their own family memories, but maybe just take themselves a little less seriously. Oh, wait a minute. I almost started my day off on the wrong foot. Or be able to laugh off some of the bad things that happen and not give up. I mean, that's first and foremost. Our family is living proof that you can have a wonderful life after trauma.
Well, and also people will see what it's like to be an amputee traveling the world, because it's a lot different. in our family
It is
because
different.
we have to I have to have a backpack that has straps on the edges so we can bring your water leg. We can't check her. So she has 2 legs, in case you didn't see that in the intro.
Yeah, Carmen Sandiego, for those old enough to get the reference. And
Ariel is her water leg, and we bring her along in all of our trips, obviously, so Rebekah can enjoy the water. So I have to carry that on the backpack. We have to make sure that we have things like extra sleeves, liners, and Allen wrenches, WD-40, things that people do not typically put in a suitcase.
Chris is like the most amazing husband, because if you can picture him walking through the airport with a backpack on and a leg attached to it, you can already tell how many stares he gets, because it's not something you see every day. But yeah, I mean, we have to have a lot of different parts to go along with us. So it's going to be interesting living in these other countries for sometimes 30 days and trying to figure out and navigate that world as an amputee. So always an adventure.
Yeah, absolutely. If you will like and subscribe, and we cannot wait to travel the world with you.
On my last leg.